at this press conference, a year later, and actually, this didn't start out as a political movie for me. I mean, I have a political background, but this didn't start with me reading the newspapers and being outraged and saying somebody should do something about this. This actually started with me being handed a screenplay written by Jez Butterworth and John Henry Butterworth, developed by producers who had read the newspaper and were outraged, but developed independently of me. And so I fell in love with the characters of Valerie and Joe on the page in a screenplay, and I was like, is this really true? And I actually then got to meet Valerie and Joe, and was so captivated by their story that I wasn't even thinking political film. I mean, I am liberal Democrat, but I would like to think that had this been a story that was attacking Obama, that I would have done it as well.
Okay.
Because that was enough. There was no reason to go beyond that and go into conjecture. I have my own personal opinions, if it wasn't a press conference, about maybe what other people that might have been involved in this that are not really mentioned in the movie, but that we stuck to the people who were either convicted of crimes or where there was a Justice Department investigation and people identified by that investigation. And that really didn't come from a fear of being sued, because probably the best publicity this movie could get is for Karl Rove to sue us. And he's a pretty good strategist, he probably knows that. It came more from the fact that there was enough information in the public record, and there was no reason to exaggerate it. And it was important for me. I come from a family where my father ran an investigation into Iran-Contra, and I took this responsibility very seriously, to try to stick to the facts as best as possible.
Okay.
These are very confronting and personal questions, and because all the facts were available, but really what I wanted to get into was her mindset and her psyche and how she dealt with this, and how she was almost kind of just unbelievably consistent and strong I wanted to learn about who that person was and how she managed to function in every part of her life. What was
training?
The other?
Yeah, the training.
Oh yeah, the training. Yeah, that was intense and something I was really up to.
I went with Naomi just at the very beginning, just to bring her there. And it was a real CIA training facility where there were people, the other people there, their identities were classified, and so when those people would come through, they'd make us turn towards the wall. And they let me stay for like the first hour or so, and the last thing I did in that, I saw, the first half hour they showed a video of people being killed and all sorts of real footage of people being killed in the most gruesome ways, just to get you used to it. And then the next thing they put me through, just to give me a little taste of what she was going to experience, was, handcuffed behind my back in a simulated trunk, and you have to get out.
Yeah, and then as they were walking out.